F-35I Adir has achieved its first aerial victory against a manned aircraft. Israeli military sources say an Israeli Air Force jet shot down a Yak-130 operated by Iran during an engagement over Tehran. The incident represents the first time an F-35 has destroyed a crewed aircraft in real combat. It would also mark the Israeli Air Force's first air-to-air kill against a manned enemy aircraft since November 1985, when an F-15 Eagle downed two MiG-23 jets belonging to Syria during clashes over Lebanon. An unverified video circulating online allegedly captures the damaged Yak-130 descending toward a mountainous area north of Tehran. The footage appears to show two possible ejections from the aircraft before it impacts the ground, though the clip has not been independently confirmed. In this video, Defense Updates analyzes why Iran's Russian-origin Yak-130 had no chance against Israeli-American-made F-35I. Before we proceed, a word on NordVPN, which is one of the most trusted and fastest VPN brand that has a no-log policy validated by Deloitte. NordVPN provides a 256-bit encrypted tunnel that protects your privacy and also enables you to access contents that are blocked based on geolocation. Its threat protection system helps you avoid phishing, scams, and malware. NordVPN application is available for all the major platforms as well as browsers. Get an exclusive NordVPN deal with massive saving by going to nordvpn.com/defense or clicking the link in the description. It's risk-free with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. The introduction of the Yak-130 advanced jet trainer into the Islamic Republic of Iran, Air Force, IRIAF, represents an important step in Tehran's efforts to modernize a fleet that has long relied on aging aircraft from the 1970s and 1980s. Built by Russia's Yakovlev Design Bureau, the Yak-130 is a modern advanced jet trainer and light combat aircraft designed to prepare pilots for fourth and fifth generation fighters. Iran received its first Yak-130 aircraft from Russia in 2023, marking the first acquisition of a new fixed-wing, combat-capable aircraft by the IRIAF in decades. The aircraft are reportedly based at Shahid Babaye Air Base in Isfahan, where they are primarily used for advanced pilot training. Their arrival coincides with Iran's expected procurement of more advanced fighter aircraft, particularly the Su-35, making the Yak-130 a critical platform for training pilots transitioning to modern multi-role fighters. The Yak-130 is specifically designed to replicate the flight characteristics and avionics of advanced combat aircraft. It features a digital fly-by-wire control system, allowing instructors to simulate the handling qualities of different fighters. This capability enables trainee pilots to practice complex maneuvers and combat scenarios in a controlled training environment before moving to frontline aircraft. Performance-wise, the Yak-130 is powered by two AI 222-25 turbofan engines, enabling it to reach speeds of roughly Mach 0.93. It has a combat radius of approximately 600 kilometers, around 370 miles, depending on mission configuration. For Iran, this platform fills a long-standing capability gap in advanced jet training. Prior to its acquisition, Iranian pilots transitioning to high-performance fighters relied on older platforms such as the F-5F or domestically modified trainers. These aircraft lack modern avionics and flight characteristics comparable to newer fighters, limiting the realism of pilot training. The Yak-130 addresses this problem by providing a platform that closely mirrors the cockpit environment and flight dynamics of contemporary combat jets. Beyond training, the aircraft could also serve a secondary operational role. The jet has a significant combat capability with the option to carry gun pods, bombs, and rockets, as well as R-73 series infrared-guided air-to-air missiles. The aircraft is equipped with 9 external hardpoints, allowing it to carry up to 3,000 kilograms, about 6,600 pounds, of ordnance. It can be utilized as a cost-effective, light strike platform in low-intensity conflicts or counterinsurgency missions. Reports suggest that Tehran has been using Yak-130 in combat configuration, with some videos circulating on social media appear to show the aircraft carrying air-to-air missiles. The Israeli Air Force has provided some info regarding this engagement. From the article, various types of Israeli aircraft were deployed against the hostile aircraft, and the one chosen to deal with the threat was the F-35I, which was endowed with several features that gave it an advantage in the scenario. The article quotes Brigadier General D, commander of Nebatim Base, stating, "It has particularly advanced sensors, which were able to lock onto the target quickly and accurately, and is armed with long-range missiles, which the pilots are particularly trained in and are suitable for this type of mission." Brigadier General D further added, "We detected it, got on it, and launched at it. There was no overly complicated air battle here, no dogfight or aerial scuffle. There was a rapid response here, which ended in making history in the skies of Iran." The last sentence seems to suggest that the kill may have been achieved at beyond visual range. According to unconfirmed reports, the Yak-130 that fell victim to the F-35I was flying a counter-drone mission over Tehran. The F-35 Lightning II ranks among the most difficult combat aircraft in the world to detect, surpassed only by the F-22 Raptor. Its carefully engineered airframe geometry and radar-absorbent materials provide exceptional low observability against radar systems. In addition, the aircraft incorporates a range of largely classified technologies designed to manage and suppress its thermal signature. By reducing heat emissions, the aircraft lowers its susceptibility to infrared sensors and heat-seeking missiles, making both detection and engagement considerably more difficult. Under such circumstances, it is plausible that the pilot of the Yak-130 was unaware that an adversary aircraft was nearby, let alone actively tracking and pursuing it. By contrast, the pilot of the F-35I would have possessed an exceptionally clear picture of the surrounding battle space. The aircraft is designed to deliver an unparalleled level of situational awareness, functioning as an integrated sensor platform rather than just a conventional fighter. Central to this capability is the ANAPG-81 AESA radar, developed by Northrop Grumman. Widely regarded as one of the most advanced radars fitted to any tactical aircraft, the system provides long-range detection, high-resolution targeting, electronic attack capability, and the ability to track multiple airborne and surface targets simultaneously. Supporting the radar is the ANAAQ-37 Distributed Aperture System, DAS, a passive sensor array that delivers continuous 360-degree coverage around the aircraft. The system can detect and track aircraft and missile launches, identify launch locations, and automatically cue defensive and countermeasures. By integrating information from the radar, DAS, and other onboard sensors, the F-35 presents the pilot with a unified and highly detailed representation of the battle space, significantly enhancing reaction speed, survivability, and combat effectiveness. The F-35 is certified to carry a wide range of weapons designed to support air superiority, ground attack, and strategic missions while maintaining its stealth configuration. Although the Israeli Air Force has not publicly confirmed the specific weapon used in the engagement, the primary beyond visual range, BVR, air-to-air missile associated with the aircraft is the AIM-120 AMRAAM. The latest variant, the AIM-120D produced by Raytheon, represents a significant upgrade over its predecessor. It incorporates several improvements, including an extended engagement range believed to be approximately 145 kilometers, around 90 miles. Enhancements include a two-way data link, improved navigation via a GPS-assisted inertial measurement unit, a substantially larger no-escape zone, and greater high-angle off-bore sight capability. Its software architecture has also undergone extensive refinement, particularly to improve performance against modern electronic warfare and jamming techniques. These improvements provide the AIM-120D with more precise guidance throughout its flight profile, significantly increasing the probability of a successful intercept. Once locked, Yak-130 would have almost no scope to fend off this missile. Some reports have suggested that the Israeli Python 5 may have been used instead. However, that missile, developed by Rafael Advanced Defense Systems, is primarily optimized for short-range engagements, with a maximum range of roughly 50 kilometers, 31 miles. The delivery of the Yak-130 to Iran was widely interpreted as evidence of a deepening defense relationship between Iran and Russia. Tehran's military support for Moscow during the war in Ukraine has included the provision of unmanned systems, most notably the Shahed 136. Since 2022, these Iranian-designed loitering munitions, along with Russian-produced derivatives, have become a regular component of Russian strike campaigns against Ukrainian targets. In return for drones and other forms of support, it was widely anticipated that Russia would transfer more advanced military equipment to Iran. Among the systems reportedly discussed was the Su-35, a highly capable 4+ generation aircraft. However, despite repeated reports of a potential agreement, the delivery of Su-35 fighters to Iran has yet to materialize. So Iran has to make do with the Yak-130, which is outclassed by a 5th-generation stealth fighter such as the F-35 Lightning II. Israel's situation, by contrast, is markedly different. The country was able to acquire one of the most capable fighter aircraft in service today. The Israeli Air Force has been among the leading operators in integrating the F-35 into active combat operations. In May 2018, Israel announced that it had become the first nation to employ the aircraft in offensive missions. And since then, the platform has also been used successfully in engagements against Iranian unmanned aerial vehicles. Israel's fleet of F-35I, locally known as Adir, meaning mighty in Hebrew, also incorporates a number of domestically developed modifications. These adaptations, combined with Israel's operational experience, have frequently placed the aircraft at the forefront of demonstrating new combat capabilities. Consequently, the engagement highlights not only the technological disparity between the aircraft involved, but also the broader contrast in defense partnerships. While U.S. allies such as Israel gained access to cutting-edge platforms like the F-35, Iran, which is aligned with Russia to a substantial degree, has thus far received far more limited upgrades in their combat aviation capabilities.